Greetings. My name is Max Dashner, and I'm a student at Gonzaga University. This past June, I traveled from Huntsville, Alabama, where I currently live, to Spokane, Washington, to participate in the COML 517 practical there at Gonzaga University campus. It was a great trip. Not only was I able to put faces to all the good friends that I'd met online throughout the program, but we also learned valuable skills that would help us in our communication journey. We learned how to create and present speeches. We learned how to fine-tune our writing, and also how to create multimedia projects. The second part of the practicum was to come home and to create a multimedia project on some aspect of our community. We were asked to define that aspect and to tell what makes that community a community. I'm super excited about this project. And when I left Spokane, I knew exactly what I was going to do my project on. I was going to talk about my drama kids at the high school where I teach. I love my drama students, and I really want to put a spotlight on them and talk about how great they are. But then something happened the following week after I returned home from Spokane. My family and I loaded up the car and left for Louisville, Kentucky to celebrate the 50th wedding anniversary of my in-laws, Suge and Larry. It was a great trip. Not only were we able to cut up and converse and have great fun with my relatives that we don't see that often, but we also were able to celebrate, to again shine a spotlight on the wonderful accomplishment of 50 years of marriage that Suge and Larry have had. During that celebration, I realized that this was a perfect example of what a community is. Suge and Larry have not only influenced my wife and I, but they have influenced their other two daughters and all of their friends and relatives, demonstrating what it means to have a successful relationship. Their relationship is the foundation of our family community. And so I decided then and there to focus my project on what it means to my family to have Suge and Larry as our community foundation. So I took out my trusty flip camera and I interviewed not only Larry's sister and husband who live in Louisville, but I also interviewed my wife's sisters and their husbands. And I interviewed myself and my wife to find out what it means to have such a great example of what a marriage should be. And I learned some pretty cool things. I learned how much of an impact Suge and Larry have on all of us, and how the success of my marriage and on the marriages of my brothers and sister-in-laws follow the example of Suge and Larry. And so when we came home, I interviewed Suge and Larry about their relationship, about the beginnings of their relationship, and about why their relationship is so successful. And I found out it was pretty simple. They love each other. And they understand that that love takes work. They understand that it takes community. They understand that it takes church, that it takes faith. And they have passed on that knowledge and wisdom to the rest of the family. I learned so much. Things that I hope not only will strengthen my marriage, but that I can also pass on to my children. And so I really learned a great deal from this project, and I think you will also.